Thomas at the back.
Health New Zealand's most recent annual report was forecasting a surplus in the current year, no deficit in the current year, and no deficit in the next year. What has happened since that annual report, which was reported to Parliament, went to Select Committee earlier this year? What has happened since that reported back to create this enormous deficit, and why is it the previous government's fault when it appears to have happened under your watch?
No, that's not correct. If you look at the annual report 2023, Health New Zealand reported a $1 billion deficit, and it was a qualified audit, actually. Then what?
That's the 2023 was the last.
Correct. So let's then go to 2023, 24. The expectation, because there was delayed revenue to actually come into the 2023-2024 year from pay equity and COVID, the expectation that Health New Zealand had was that they would generate a surplus of roughly 500 million. In fact, it turns out that's going to be 54 million.
So why is that the prior government's fault? That forecast surplus, the savings they plan to generate, $500 million of savings, has now turned into a deficit of $1.4 billion. So that's a net change in the fiscal position of nearly $2 billion.
So the best way to address that is with the Officer of the Auditor General, who, when he speaks to the financial performance, says that the lack of an operating model and the lack of an internal performance monitoring framework is putting the organisation at risk, and he expressed concerns for financial position.
Should this be seen as a bit of a shot across the bow to other organisations, ministries, state-owned enterprises across government, that if you don't get your act together, the central government will come in and install a commissioner?
Well, I want to be really clear, from day one, we've said we're interested in outcomes, targets, results. You've heard me bang on about it day in, day out. That's what I care about. Why do I care about it? Because it's what the New Zealand people care about. We put a lot of money in, and I expect that money to be well managed. It's not just the dollars you put in, it's actually how you deploy that money to get a different or better outcome that really matters. And so when you have a budget of $30 billion in health, $16.7 billion going in, plus another $604 million for cancer drugs and new medicines, we've put all the money in. We've stumped up and put money forward. I expect to put good money into a good organisation that's going to deliver those outcomes for New Zealanders.